meets mind, we ponder, we dream.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Think Future. My name is Chris Calabucas, and once again, we're coming at you live from deep in the heart of Silicon Valley, California. We're talking technology, philosophy, and the future. Not necessarily those, and not necessarily in that order. If you're watching on YouTube, smack that subscribe button and hit that bell so you can be notified when a new show comes online. And if you're listening on your favorite podcast service, please subscribe and please drop a note on Apple Podcasts. I greatly, greatly, greatly appreciate it. Now, I read this really recently on our sister publication, AIDaily.us, which has now been rebranded to Interesting AI News for the Curious Mind. Links are below. How we are now looking again at nuclear. Now, if you ask me, I think nuclear power is the way to go. We should be looking at bringing nuclear reactors back online. There's plenty of safe nuclear reactors out there. There's plenty of ways to do nuclear power safely, especially in the fuel, in the discarding of the fuel, in the processing. It's amazing what you can do. You can take a very small space and create tons of power from this very small space with the latest nuclear reactors of the day. There's plenty of reactors out there that are super efficient and create tons of power. And what's really interesting is that I read that one of the reasons why we're actually now starting to look back at nuclear again, even though we pushed all our way into solar and other clean energies, is because of AI. That's right, folks. AI is driving, because we're sucking power like crazy with AI. We're using up tons of power with AI, right? And not just AI, crypto. Think about crypto mining. Think about Bitcoin mining. Think about all those crypto coins that are out there being mined today in super powerful, usually NVIDIA chipsets in server rooms all over the place. And all those server rooms, all that crypto, all that AI, it all needs power. It's devouring power like crazy. And these things are actually going to lead to a revolution in power, because we're going to need power. And it's ironic, isn't it? Because we need power for so many things. Human beings need power for so many things. Physical things need power for so many things. But we've had to make do with what we have today. But when it comes to something like crypto, or it comes to AI, oh my God, we have to use every power available, every power source available. Let's bring nuclear on. So we need the power. We need the power. And the other thing that I thought was really interesting is that if you think about AI, and if you think about crypto, and if you think about the resources being used to create crypto, if you think about the resources being used to create the output of AI, both of those things are virtual. They do not exist in the physical realm. Neither crypto, despite the fact that you can actually get a physical Bitcoin printed, crypto does not exist in the physical realm. AI does not exist in the physical realm. Both AI and crypto are virtual things. And here we are burning physical resources through creating power. We're creating all this power, windmills, solar, coal, oil and gas, nuclear. We're generating all these power. We're using up all these physical resources to create virtual objects. Like that meme you just created, that hilarious meme you just created on ChatGPT, that amazingly funny meme you just created on Grok. That's a virtual object right there. And you created that virtual object because we poured a ton of physical resource into the machines that created that virtual object. So I think it's ironic that we're using up so much physical power to create virtual objects. Because if you think about it, that's kind of where the innovation is now, right? Innovation is no longer in the physical world. The innovation, there is innovation in the physical world. I'm a little wrong about that. There is some innovation in the physical world. But it's so much easier to innovate in the virtual world, isn't it? And the fact that we actually have to we have to use up physical resources to create virtual things, and use up a lot of physical resources to create these virtual things, I think is really ironic. It's like, what has happened to this world, to our world? Our world has gone from a world of exteriority, where we were concerned with the outside world and nature and everything that was around us, to a world of interiority, where we only think about the virtual world. We spend all of our time in the virtual world. We barely spend any time touching grass. We barely spend any time off of our machines. We barely spend any time away from our smartphones. We've gone to a world of interiority, and we're powering it with the physical world. I think that's pretty ironic. It's too bad there's no way we can power the virtual world with the virtual world, but that's not possible, because the physical world powers everything. I just hope to see that we have come up with ways, and if I don't care that it's crypto and AI and maybe quantum computing, who knows? These things require power. And if we can use that, if we can leverage those things to build better ways of creating power, because we're just going to need more and more and more power, especially on the day when we start downloading our consciousnesses into machines. When we can become immortal through downloading our consciousnesses to machines, then we're going to need to use a lot of physical resources to maintain our immortality. Once we get to that point, then our power demands will be immense. Because think about it, your entire life encapsulated online, virtually. The entire human race, all of humanity, eventually immortal on AI. We need those physical resources to keep us alive. Without that, where will we go? That's it for me for today. See you next time, and until then, don't forget to think future.
Pixels and philosophies merge and mold, a future untold, unseen.